Hi there. In this video, I want to talk about depression and the holidays. Do you or anyone you know, do you struggle with depressive feelings during the holiday season? If so, then I have three tips that I want to share with you to get through. But before I start sharing those tips, just in case you don't know, my name is Lene Urban. I am a nutrition and lifestyle coach, and my mission is to help women figure out how to manipulate their lifestyles in order to achieve their health and fitness goals. And part of what I understand to be most important about diet and exercise, about achieving your health and fitness goals, is that diet and exercise are just 50% of the formula that's required to sustain changes. The other 50% revolve around lifestyle factors like stress management, like movement, like rest and relaxation. And so my mission is to provide some tips and strategies, lifestyle tips and strategies that will allow you to make the changes that you have to make in order to achieve and sustain the results that you want to achieve. So if this is your first time watching, then please consider following Operation Fix My Life on Facebook and on Instagram. I have a lot of great content that's going to be coming up this year, okay? All right, so let's talk about depression and the holiday season. I coach women. I coach women on weight loss. I have clients, and then I also have a weight loss group that I'm coaching and that I'm hosting right now during the holiday season. And one of the reoccurring themes that comes up frequently during this season is just depressive feelings. Sometimes straight up depression, sometimes seasonal depression, right? With the changes in the seasons, with it getting darker and colder out, and then carrying on into the holiday season where a lot of people struggle. A lot of people struggle with the loss of loved ones. A lot of people struggle with just life not looking the same, not looking the same anymore as it did when we were growing up, and what the holidays looked like when we were growing up. I know for me personally, the holiday season as a kid was always my absolute favorite. I love the holidays because I was such a huge family. I loved my family. I was obsessed with my family. I was such a huge family person, and the holiday season was so much about family. It was so much about family. And then when I became a teenager, right before I finished high school, my parents got a divorce. And right after that, I went off to college, met my husband in college, moved, to the Chicago area with him, never went back home. And so I had this whole entire, my adult lifehood adjustment was all about trying to get over the fact that my family was no more, that the holidays that I grew up with didn't exist anymore, and they never were going to exist in that same way again. So for my entire adult life, I struggled with depression, especially during the holiday season. And some of the ladies that I'm coaching and some of the ladies that I'm working with, they have recently, within 2018, they lost a loved one, a parent, a spouse. Some of them went through divorces or separations, and so it's a difficult time. It's a difficult time. So the very first thing that I want to say, if you can identify with struggling with depressive feelings during the holiday season, I just want you to say that you're not alone. Okay, there are many people that struggle with depression during this time. So don't believe and don't think that you're on your own and that you're by yourself and that you feel isolated in your feelings. A lot of people struggle with that. So there are three words that I sort of came up with as I was doing some reflection. There are three words that I came up with that I want to share with you on ways to cope during this holiday season if you suffer from depressive feelings. And those three words are acknowledge, redirect, and gratitude. So acknowledge is the probably the biggest and most important part of this, because when we start with acknowledge, then it'll allow us to move on to redirection and gratitude. Acknowledge means that when you feel those depressive feelings rise up, maybe during Thanksgiving, you felt some of those depressive feelings on Thanksgiving because of the circumstances that led to you feeling those depressive feelings. So maybe on Thanksgiving you felt those feelings. Okay, it's really important that when those feelings arise, when they when they come up from your gut and they start to affect your heart and affect your mind, it is so important at that point that you acknowledge what you're feeling. Do not suppress. Don't suppress, don't hide, don't try to cover it up, don't try to distract yourself, don't run to food, alcohol, the TV, the movies, social media. Don't do any of that. It's so important at that moment that you acknowledge what you're feeling. Bring those feelings out into the light. And why is this important? It's very important for you to bring those feelings out into the light, because when you do, what happens is those feelings loosen their grip and their power over you. Anytime you bring something that's in the darkness, so in the pit of your stomach or in the pit of your heart, that feels that makes you feel bad, anytime that you bring that out from the darkness into the light, it loosens its grip, it loosens its control over you. And then you're able to actually start to work through those feelings and deal with them. So that's the first and most crucial step. When you feel the way that you feel, acknowledge and even say it out. I'm a huge fan of speaking out loud or keeping a notebook by me, a journal by me, and saying, I'm feeling this way right now. I'm feeling sad. I lost a loved one. I'm feeling depressed, about my marriage and the fact that that Thanksgiving or Christmas doesn't look the way that it did before. I'm feeling sad about the fact that, these people are missing from my life. Say it out loud or write it down. This is how I'm feeling right now. Give it some acknowledgement, okay? And then after you acknowledge the thought, you bring it up into the light, the next step is then to redirect. Redirect your thought. You have to dig into it and pick it apart. You have to figure out and understand which parts of your feelings, which parts of those memories are contributing to the negative aspect of it, which parts of your memories are contributing to the negative feelings. And then what you're going to do is you're going to look and try to find the positive within that memory. You're going to look and try to find the positive feelings within those memories to find out in order to shift the focus from the negative emotion to where the positive is in it. So for example, if you're sad because you're missing a loved one, then instead of focusing your energy on the fact that you're missing that person, what you want to do is you want to start thinking of all the positive memories, all of the great memories with that person. You want to start thinking about all of the things that you guys that you did together, the experiences that you had, and you want to redirect your focus from the sadness to the happy times with that person. And then that moves then into the final step, which is gratitude. As soon as you begin thinking about the happy times or the happy memories that can be extracted from from the negative emotions, then express gratitude for those times. Express gratitude for the positivity, and not just the positivity in the past and the good times in the past, but express gratitude for where you're at right now, for what you do have. If you are alive and you're capable of watching this video, then that means that you have a lot to be grateful for. And it might not feel like it, but the reality is you have a lot to be grateful for. And so redirecting your focus to what is it that I'm experiencing now? What is it that's going on with my life right now? What do I have right now that I can be grateful for? What am I grateful for? And then focus your energy on gratitude. I know for those that experience depressive feelings around the holidays, especially because they lost loved ones or relationships have been severed, it's so important to focus on your health during this season. It's so important not to allow the depressive feelings to drive you to self-destructive behaviors, because the people in your life who love you, whether they're still with you or not, they want to see you happy. It would break them, it would break their hearts if they knew that you were struggling with these feelings. They want to see you healthy, they want to see you whole, they want to see you be able to celebrate and live life to the full. So if you can think to yourself, this person that I'm missing in my life right now, what would they want me to be doing? How would they want me to be feeling? What would they want me to be pursuing? And then focus your attention on those things in honor of their memory, or in honor of the love that you have for them and that they had for you. So those were just 3 quick tips on ways to cope with depressive feelings during the holiday season. If this was helpful for you, then please share it with someone. And I'm looking forward to coming back and sharing some more really insightful and great content with you in regards to rest-based living, in regards to rest-based weight loss, and in regards to finding the most sustainable ways to be able to achieve your health and fitness goals. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.